So the practical results of being delivered from this present evil age through faith in Jesus are that we have citizenship in heaven, and we are eagerly awaiting the return of the Lord from heaven. Okay, now let's go on to the second deliverance in Galatians. And as I've said, I suggest that the remaining 4 deliverances that we're going to look at are all different aspects of the first deliverance from this present evil age. In other words, in order to be delivered from this present evil age fully, you need to make sure that you have all the 4 subsequent deliverances. I think I've communicated that. I see understanding registering on your faces. All right. So we'll go on now to Galatians 2, verse 19. For I, through the law, died to the law, that I might live to Christ. When did I die to the law? When Christ died. That's right. Our old man was crucified with him. So through the cross and the death of Jesus there, which has become my death through my faith, I have died to the law. That's a wonderful thought if you can grasp it. You see, the last thing the law can do to you is put you to death. Okay? That's its final penalty. And when it's put you to death, it has nothing more that it can do to you. So when you have been executed, you're no longer subject to the law. The only way out from the law is death. But in the mercy of God, the death took place when Jesus died on the cross. Okay? So I, through the law, am dead to the law. The law has nothing to say to me. I have no more relationship to the law. I've been separated from the law by the death of Jesus. Now, I've dealt with this theme frequently in the last few years. I'm used to the look of polite astonishment that comes on people's faces because they cannot conceive that it's God's purpose that we should be delivered from the law. But that's the truth. It is His purpose. It's clearly stated many, many times. Let's look for a little in Romans chapter 6 and verse 14. If you're with me long enough, you'll know where to find some of these scriptures. Romans 6:14. This is really a breathtaking statement. If you've read your Bible and never been surprised by this, you've never really understood it. All right. Romans 6:14. For sin shall not have dominion over you, for you are not under law, but under grace. Okay? Now, I've pointed out previously in this series, but there are 2 mutually exclusive alternatives. You can't have them both. You have to make a choice. If you're under law, you're not under grace. If you're under grace, you're not under law. So you have to make your mind up. Am I under law or am I under grace? And you can't have one foot in 2 different worlds, you see? Now, the further amazing implication of this is that if you are under the law, sin will have dominion over you. Would you mind looking at those words just for a moment if you've got the Bible in front of you? I don't want you to look at my face because that doesn't say it. It's the most astonishing statement, okay? Just be assured I'm reading the verse right. I haven't left out a not or a no, okay? For sin shall not have dominion over you, for or because you are not under the law. What is the obvious implication? If you are under the law, sin will have dominion over you. The only way of escape from the dominion of sin is escape from the law, which was provided by the death of Jesus on the cross. I, through the law, am dead to the law. Okay, let's just look at a couple of other passages in Romans. Romans 7, verses 5 and 6. Romans 7, 5 and 6. For when we were in the flesh, the passions of sins which were aroused by the law were at work in our members to bear fruit to death. What aroused the passions of sin? The law. And what was the result? Fruit for death. Now the next verse says, but now we have been delivered from the law. Okay? What have we been delivered from? The law. It's not talking about being delivered from sin at this point, but being delivered from the law. Now, if you really believe the Bible, would you do something for me? Would you say that with me? But now we have been delivered from the law. That was a good start, but let's say it as though we really mean it. But now we have been delivered from the law. Now, let me go on reading that verse. But now we have been delivered from the law, having died to what we were held by, so that we should serve in the newness of the Spirit and not in the oldness of the letter.